Dustin, first things first, congratulations on a great win. Give us an idea. I mean, I imagine it's kind of an adrenaline dump, but what's the feeling like right now?
It hurts. I mean, I'm proud of myself. I made a couple mistakes in there, but I stuck to the game plan and used my jab and used footwork. Got hit with a couple leg kicks I didn't want to get hit with, more than a couple. But, you know, I'm growing and learning still, and I felt like I fought a good fight.
Yeah, we certainly wouldn't expect you to be unscathed after a fight like that, but you did bring the crutches in. Do you think there's any serious injury? Is it just a little soreness? What's going on?
I'm not really sure. It's pretty swollen. I can't bend it that well, but I got that, a couple stitches. I might have a crack in my left hand, but hey, this is fighting.
I know you wanted to out-finesse him. It ended up being kind of a gut-check brawl in there. I mean, did you know that this was the type of fight ultimately that you were probably going to be in, despite saying that you wanted to out-finesse him?
Yeah, I kind of over this past week, fight week, every day when I laid down in bed, I kind of thought about the possibilities this fight could take, and I knew I was going to have to dig down deep. I knew trouble would present itself, but I just stayed tough and believed in myself, and we got it done.
Things were going your way early, and then he caught you, and you staggered. It looked like there was a possibility the fight, that your fight was going to be over. Do you remember that sequence? Do you remember what happened? Do you remember how hurt you were?
Yeah, I didn't see the shot. I don't know if he looped the shot or overhanded. I think it hit me behind my left ear or somewhere on my left side, and I just didn't see it. So I backed myself up to the cage, which is something I don't want to do against a guy like that, especially when they hurt you. And he hit me with another elbow while I was on the cage. And I said I had enough of this. I circled out, started jabbing again. I felt like I got my wheels under me pretty quick. Back to the game plan, back to throwing jabs at the body and the head.
Eye pokes stopped the fight a little bit. Can you kind of comment on that? And if you felt like you were at fault there, kind of what happened?
I'd fault. What do you mean?
I mean, well, he complained that one of at the end after he had poked you a couple times. So I mean, there was like a little back and forth.
That was my pinky actually. I felt it go in his eye, but that was at the end of the round. I don't think it got in that bad. He kind of laughed it off. We talked a little bit about it. We were saying that wasn't as bad as yours, and he was laughing and stuff. But he poked me 2 times. I know it was an accident. I told him after, when they restarted the fight, I said, I know you're not dirty. And then, but we're fighting these gloves. They're open, so sometimes you run into stuff like that. It just felt like my eyelid was kind of flipped. I can still see. It just felt like it was something was weird. But hey, we kept fighting.
But ultimately, you got the 4th round finish. I mean, it was his leg kick that opened it up. Right? His signature move. Did you know that counter was gonna be there? I mean, was that something that you thought you could finish the fight with? Was countering over that kick?
Thiago Alves, before we walked out there, said when he gets too happy with that leg kick, let's plant and throw something down the middle. And that's what we did. But I took too many of them. There's no, even if that was the plan to sit down and take shots, I need to absorb them better or change my angle to where they're not flush and lifting my body off balance and stuff like that. I need to make some adjustments on my end. Honestly, this whole camp, I expected him to throw outside leg kicks. I watched the Michael Johnson fight a few times, and he was switch kicking a lot. And he really didn't throw a whole lot inside on Michael Johnson, and that's what I expected. So it was just a different fight than I thought it was going to be when it comes to leg kicks.
And last thing for me, I know you want the title shot next. Dana was here. I think he said that you're a contender for that shot, but maybe didn't commit to it when he was on the Fox show. Did you have a chance to talk to him at all, or talk to the matchmakers and get a sense of what they think?
No, I haven't talked to anybody, so I'm not sure. I walked by Dana while he was doing the interview, but he might have been live on Fox or something, so I couldn't. When he saw me, I said, "It's time, but he couldn't say anything. He was doing an interview.
I know you said you're having trouble with that right leg. Is the left one any different? Is it feeling?
Left one's fine. Yeah.
Can you tell me, do you learn anything about yourself in the middle of a fight like that? I mean, just from the outside watching something like that, it's an incredible spectacle. Do you learn anything about yourself just going through that?
It's such a crazy experience to dig down like that and then have back and forth and just bloodied up fight. I was just happy. My cardio felt really good. My leg, I was worried about another round and a half on that. Was kind of in the back of my head, but my muscle endurance, my cardio felt incredible, and but I already knew this about I knew that I can dig down and do this.
Did you feel at all like you were battling the crowd? I mean, obviously Justin had a big contingency here. They were booing often during the eye pokes and the point taken away. Do you feel that during the fight? Did you hear that?
Not at all. I kind of heard it on the walk out to the cage. They were booing me and yelling crazy stuff, But and I heard, they obviously cheered him and booed me when I walked out. But hey, like I said, hometowns, townhomes, family reunions, I'll beat you anywhere.
After the second eye poke and the doctor came out, what was discussed? Were you worried at all that they could stop it?
Yeah, especially with the whole Eddie thing. Here I was again sitting in front of Herb Dean with the something going on. I was like, I know the word not to say. I can see. Even if I can't see, I can see. Actually, Herb said, I'm gonna call the doctor, and I said, no. The first time, he said, I'm gonna call the doctor, and I said, no, don't do it. And I restarted the fight, and it was still blurry. And in the back of my head, I was like, what the hell are you doing? But I'm glad I won, man.
What did the doctor say then?
Do you need the whole 5 minutes? Do you think you can see clear if we give you 5 minutes? I was like, let's go. Let's just fight.
How happy is your team with your striking? You seem to have the jabs and the boxing was there right from the get-go. So obviously it was a big point of focus in the fight camp.
My camp was a lot of boxing. We added some extra days of boxing, extra footwork days. A lot of hard bag work just for muscle endurance, for punching power. I boxed a lot. I boxed and wrestled this whole camp. And I think it paid off. I have a great boxing coach, Dia Davis, who's put a lot of time into me. And, I really appreciate everything he does, and he's the man. And we're still starting. I'm a better boxer than I showed tonight. I made a lot of mistakes.